aerodynamic when it's going reverse. So go reverse, you'll get better aerodynamics.
But still, it's Mercedes. I mean, aerodynamics is, even though for a car like this it's a little, but the control and everything is definitely going to have to be good. You know, it's definitely got to be good.
Alright, now we move on to our second Hyundai, the Hyundai Touring.
Yeah.
I would say the control is pretty good. Around 100 kilometers, maybe a bit over. Aerodynamics, you know, station wagons don't have that great aerodynamics.
I mean,
even though it does have what Shangy mentioned, the same aerodynamic trim line across the hood, but station wagon is a station wagon.
I mean, it's just too dull.
I know it's bright red. And
dull when it comes to aerodynamics.
Yeah, dull. Aerodynamics.
And totally uncool to drive in the first place.
We mentioned that before.
Yes.
Alright, now we move on to an American car, a very good one, Ford Fusion SEL Flex Fuel.
Yep.
It's a great car.
So, I mean, the control on this is gonna definitely be great because it's Ford.
And pretty much so far, I think it has the largest wheelbase. No, it's probably in dirt. Probably the same as that Impala. But it's quite good control beyond 100 kilometers. And the aerodynamics,
not as much. It does look bulk.
It's quite bulk. It's very bulk. So the aerodynamics is not that great.
It is definitely bulk, you know.
It is.
Okay, then we'll go to the GMC Jimmy. For an SUV, it doesn't have
an SUV. If it's a coupe, it's not an SUV.
It's a coupe.
It's a coupe. It has two doors. It's a coupe. But I want this is the coupe.
Yes.
I see a door magically appear right here. From then on, it'll be an SUV.
It's just like this, basically.
But then again, I have to say my aerodynamics as an SUV.
It's like a metaphor for an interracial marriage, you could say. I don't know how that works, but an interracial marriage. Like, it's like one person from another race and one person from the other race that's not similar with the other race marries. I mean, look, it's like a coupe, and you're putting it together with SUV.
No, it still resembles as the SUV, so it still has the same aerodynamics. Not much, and the control is probably good because it's quite thick around it.
Oh, I want to keep a close camera on this looped ride right here.
If we can get it, come on. Ah,
darn it.
It was a 92 Honda Accord, which is probably favorable to soup up and customize.
And it's completely so easy to even jack. And I'm not joking, it's just so easy to jack.
Shane could just run up right now and get it, and we would have our own car.
Yes.
So I'll video the car.
And then get it stolen from someone else.
Yeah.
It's like a cycle.
Yeah, we'll just have a cycle through those cars. Alright, back to the Jimmy. Not great aerodynamics. I mean, I would see it get past 40 kilometers. I mean, and the control is just unbelievable. I mean, the thickness of the wheel just shows you
how firm it's going to stay on the ground.
How firm it's going to stay on the ground.
And the grip and everything.
Yes. Yeah, look at that. It's barely even worn out. It's going to stay.
It's built at best.
It's built at best. Oh, it's a coupe.
Yep. Let's carry on.
Shaggy's favorite car. His dream car.
No, it isn't.
The 98 Camry LE.
Completely disagree.
Oh, come on, Shaggy.
Completely disagree. But when it comes to this car, about aerodynamics, I mean, it is lightweight compared to the new Camry. But the fact that I don't like is the fact that the rear resembles something not too.
Looks like your face.
No, it doesn't.
Rectangle eyes.
No, it's not. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Okay, the rear end. I don't know. I just don't know how the air is gonna.
Yeah.
It's not
control on it.
Or whatnot.
I'm pretty sure it's good because it's a very large.
I mean, it's
sedan.
it's a Toyota. It's going to be reliable and.
Yeah, but that's according to fuel economy and fuel efficiency.
Yeah.
Talking about control, and that's like safety, and they should be high in safety departments. I think they would be very well. I never ridden a Toyota. Not once have I felt not safe in it. They are built so they would have great control, which means they have to eliminate aerodynamics. So, you know, that speaks for itself.
Okay, I
Let's
guess
go.
we're gonna move on to this side right here.
Yeah, we're gonna move on to this side. Cause here's a perfect example of suicide.
Yeah,
A Toyota Yaris. Yes, a Toyota Yaris.
It's a Toyota Yaris.
Now, yes, hatchbacks. We had small hatchbacks, and yes, they are suicidal, like the smart car. This is perfect example of a sedan that's suicide.
Yep, and it's a small car, so it's definitely not gonna do well if it goes in the high speed, right?
No control there.
Definitely not gonna be
Aerodynamics. Yes, it's quite light, but the trims, the edges, they're not gonna help out. I mean, lightness does add some favors to it, but you know, it's a very small sedan. I don't know the same one.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, look at that Acura TL. I'm just looking at it right now.
Oh yeah, beautiful car.
Beautiful car.
3.2 TL. I mean, next to the 1.6 TL, which would be a great first car, is the 3.2 TL, which would be an upgrade.
In Kijiji, you could buy a nice Acura TL in candy blue, right? And with black rear lights for maybe, and along with side skirts and everything with the body kit. I mean, $10,000 right there.
But then again, it's still an Acura, so high insurance.
Yeah, it's a high insurance. And I just like the fact that, okay, if it's a Type S, it has a 3.2 liter V6 engine.
And another thing I like about it is that it doesn't resemble any other Honda that I know.
I know, it does not.
It looks like Acura made their own car.
Yeah. Like, when you look at the Acura EL 1.6, you could say, okay, you know what?
Yeah, that's a Civic.
You know that's...
A better looking Civic, but it's a Civic.
Yeah, it has a resemblance.
After,
it has a resemblance
plastic surgery.
Yeah. Okay, so we have
a old Dodge Caravan.
Yeah.
Aerodynamics is terrible. Don't need to go near there.
Okay.
Control, yes.
It does have control.
But I think it would tend to fishtail a lot. In one way. Depends if you don't have any weight in the back.
Well, my uncle has this in silver, and when my cousin drove it, she had her G1 that time.
Yeah.
And as she drove it, she was just saying how well it was when she was driving locally, and how it was the control and everything was just perfect.
All right, so yeah, I would admit
The
it does have
control will be
great
perfect
control.
for a van.
It has the same.
But the aerodynamics, as you said, it's
Terrible.
terrible.
I mean, even the new one doesn't even. Well, the new one's not even that better, but.
I mean, look. Okay, that's a 2006 or 2005. Here's a 1999 version of the Dodge Caravan. Okay, you see, there's the new one right here. You see the new one right there, 2010.
Talk about it, yeah.
And then there's a 2006 one.
Right there.
Right there. And then we have the 1999 version of it.
I remember back when I was a kid, there was like every family had this van. There was like, you know, you would just see endless.
Really popular. You would see a lot of people driving this on the road. And my other uncle, he has this in a sport edition. So he gets a sport trim, sport engine, sport brakes, and everything.
Yeah, that is.
And I actually drove it, but like I was sitting in the passenger seat while I was steering. And he was pushing the acceleration, right?
I see.
So when I was doing the steering, it just seemed like a fun car to drive.
So it probably has great aerodynamics.
It probably has great aerodynamics. And I could also compare this to the Sport Edition that one of my friends has. He has a Toyota Corolla 2002 and Sport Edition. And it's like 2002, I'm guessing. And it's in red and it has a spoiler. And as I drove it, the acceleration was just so sporty. The steering wheel was just the feeling of controlling it was so sporty.
And on that bombshell, thank you. We have to end today's Top Gear. Thank you for joining us and good night.